Once there was a little boy named Tate. Tate was 5 years old at the time. He had a normal life. He went to school every day. He had friends, just like every other kid. Tate had a normal family, a mom and a dad. Tate had no brothers and no sisters, not even a pet to keep him company when he was home. Tate was an only child. Tate was an only child. He was number one in his parents' lives. He was able to get all of his parents' attention only on him. Tate's mom and dad were always there for him, and he knew that they loved him very, very much. It was the end of the summer, and it was time for Tate to go to school. It was his first day of school, and he was very excited. Tate was so excited when he got to school that year. There were going to be 15 kids in his class that he was going to be with for the rest of the year. It was time for recess, and everyone wanted a ball to play with during free time. The only problem was there was not enough. Tate was the first one out the door with a ball. He was so excited to begin playing with it. While he was playing with one of the balls, one of his classmates asked if she could have a turn with the ball. He shouted no and ran away. Recess was over, and back in the classroom, he wanted to tell the teacher all about the adventures he had. Tate began telling her what happened, but the teacher cut him off. She said there were other students who needed her help as well. Tate did not understand that. Tate knew his mom and his dad gave him attention, but why not his teacher? This made Tate very, very sad. Fast forward 6 years. Tate was now 16 at this time. It was Tate's first time being able to drive on his own as a teenager who could drive all by himself. The day after Tate passed his driving test, he was already dreaming and looking up different cars that he wanted for his birthday. He did not want a small car. He wanted a truck, but not just any truck. He wanted a Ford F-250 that was black, platinum, had power stroke, and Super Duty. He did not want a new truck. He wanted an old truck. To him, the old trucks have character. Tate knew that if he talked to his mom and his dad, that they would buy the truck of his dreams. And Tate did get the truck of his dreams. But he did not have to pay for it like other kids at his school. His parents did. It was time for Tate to finally graduate. Tate had just turned 18, and he was very excited. He knew that he was going to college because that was not an option. He wanted to go to the best college ever. Money was not a concern for him because he did not have to pay for it himself. His mom and his dad told him that they were saving up money for his college ever since he was little. Other students who were around Tate at the time have been saving up their own money for their college, but Tate wasn't going to pay for his college because his parents were already planning on themselves paying for his college. Now Tate is a grown man. He has a wife now, and him and his wife have 2 beautiful daughters who they love very much. Throughout the years of himself growing up, he realized he acted the way he acted and why his parents treated him the way they did. He trusted his parents most because he was an only child. He had no one to talk to when he was little, and he knew that his mom and his dad would always be there for him, no matter what he did. Growing up as an only child was a totally different world to him now that he has 2 daughters, whose life was totally different than him growing up. Tate wanted to make sure that his daughters know the acceptable way to act around other kids. He also wanted to teach them responsibilities. Tate wanted both his daughters to know that he loved them very much, but he wanted them to save up their money for their own car and for the college of their dreams. His daughters can still rely on their mom and dad. He just wants them to understand that him and his wife aren't going to be there for them forever.